the Chinese banking regulator, from what we understand, is going to tell Chinese banks that they need to raise a staggering $131 billion in new equity over the next 6 years. Sara Eisen has been following the story. Sarah?
And Eric, China's been in a credit boom. Now the Chinese regulator is trying to protect the banks in case something goes wrong. Just to reiterate the big headline here, Chinese banks will need to raise as much as $131 billion over the next few years. It comes to us from a person familiar with the situation, and it comes from China's bank regulator. Now, also important, the rules are based on an assumption of Chinese economic growth of 8% a year and 15% credit growth. And just to put that in perspective, China's economy last quarter grew 9.8%, so 8% is slightly less. It also comes as Fitch Ratings just this week says it may cut China's debt rating for the first time in 12 years. Why? Because of that record jump in lending, which could hurt the banks over the next few years, bad loans and other problems. So now China is working hard to try to protect the banks. And we should tell you that during the financial crisis, Chinese banks have done relatively well. They've been focused mainly on domestic loans within China, and that has helped them. In fact, the 5 largest banks in China are set to record record profits for the 4th year in a row. Still, China now is working hard, Deirdre, to protect itself, trying to tighten rules, just as all regulators are trying to do in Europe as well. And that means investors will have a choice, because 2 ways that banks can raise equity is they can sell shares, so investors can buy up the shares of these banks, or they can cut dividend payouts. And by the way, the Chinese banks have already been doing both of these things. Expect a lot more of that, Deirdre.
A lot more to come, Sarah. Sounds like a lot more competition as well globally for investor money.